Okay, today the noise quiets and our focus sharpens. We start recognizing what does deserve our commitment, our time, our energy, our resources, and what has truly not earned it. We see the difference between the responsibilities that weigh us down and the ones that build us up. A quiet confidence rises within us. It says we can handle this, and it's time to step into it. And we'll break down the energy together. We'll start with the numerology, then astrology. Of course, we'll turn to the cards, but first, let me say thank you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your time, your energy, your support. And something new that I just found out about today is hype. So thank you for those who are hyping my video. Thank you for your support. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you for being here and welcome to your daily focus for November the 17th, 2025. The energy of the 17 is making the impossible possible. It's seeing with clarity where we can actually go forward and how we can go forward. The 17 energy is all about renewed hope and belief, and more of an acute awareness of our capabilities, our strength, our courage that we truly do have within us. 1 plus 7 is an 8 energy. And the 8 energy is about prosperity and growing our prosperity, filling the coffers. It could be about growing our stature within the community, the workplace, the home. This is a kind of energy that we build respect. People respect us more, or we respect others more based on our words and actions. So this is under an 8 energy. The first thing we have to remember in order to create the prosperity is by being, one that walks in our truth, one that stands with integrity. If you say it's going to be done, it's going to be done. If you say you're going to be there, you're going to be there. And if we look at the daily numerology, we then have a 2 plus an 8 plus a 9, and that gives us that 19 energy. The 19 energy is us, our light, our shining light. This is a time to really recognize our accomplishments, what we have gone through in order to be in the here and now, and to applaud ourselves, to pat ourselves on the back, to know that we can accomplish, and to look towards the new growth that we want to step into. 1 plus 9 is a 10 energy. And that is about, I hear, renewal. The wheel is always turning. We are always evolving. We are always transforming with or without our cooperation. This is a time of seasons changing, that something better is coming. Luck, 10 is a energy for luck. 1 plus 0 is a 1, and that is that's the I am, the independent. We're ready to go out there and be the trailblazer, to be the warrior, to go after the conquests is what I hear. I was going to say, see the opportunities and adventures that are awaiting us, and know that we have the capabilities to not only step into them, but become successful through them. Sun is in Scorpio, Moon is in Libra for most of the day. I think it's like right around supper time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will move into Scorpio. And today, it's all the big planets talking, right? Today's Sun trine Saturn. And I'm not going to do a repeat on everything that we have walked through in order to be here, but we know the Sun has been talking to other big planets, and we know Saturn has been talking to other big planets. So the conversation continues. Now, I don't know if you can remember when 2.5, 3 years ago, we were talking about Saturn entering Pisces for the very first time. And I kind of described it to you like we have these dreams in Pisces. We have these dreams, we have these desires, these wants. Our imagination and our dreams flow freely. And Saturn shows up in the sign and says, "What are you thinking about?" Well, we can do that. Let's make a plan. Let's do this together. So Saturn became our driving force in order to bring our dreams and our wants and our needs up to the surface level. For us to see them, to see the big picture of what we want to bring back into our lives. And then it went into Aries, and now it's back. It's back to finish making the plan, stepping into it. So, yes, we have another stabilizing energy to work with today. Well, actually, over the next several days. We know that the Sun in Scorpio pushes us to look at our truth, to take our emotions seriously, to commit to what actually matters. Okay? Saturn's honest, it's intense, it's focused. And definitely very transformative energy. And Saturn is all about structure, the plan, the strategy, responsibility, maturity, commitment, long term as well, long term growth. And then, of course, Pisces is spiritual, truth, dreams, intuition, compassion. So we're at this point now of taking those dreams and turning them into something real. It's about turning our intuition into choices, or turning healing into action, or turning dreams into something that has structure, that's possible. And when we start to when we start to join the conversation and these energies come together in harmony, we can see our life quite clearly. We feel capable, we feel grounded, and we can make decisions that we can stand behind. We can show up with strength, with maturity, and to commit to what supports us going forward and release what doesn't work, what doesn't fit. You know, we take ourselves seriously. We know what we're capable of. We see it, and we start to demand that kind of excellence to come out, to make the plan, to work the plan, to create routines, to create healthy boundaries that protect us, that support us, that uplift us. So this energy will help us see clearly, choose clearly, act clearly. We've got the green light here. We've got a green light to probably the healthiest and strongest and most supportive way we possibly can at this time. It's a day for honest conversations about where we're headed, to discuss boundaries, shared goals, commitments. Exceptional energy for sitting down and planning and strategizing and structuring and organizing and making some smart decisions. Okay, like I told you 3 years ago, Saturn being in Pisces gives our dreams life, gives it breath. So give birth to your new reality in some small way over the next several days. Okay, I'm gonna get you know what? I got pumpkin spice espresso, so I do have my water here, but it's so good. It smells so good too. Anyways, oh, I forgot to check what the card was on the bottom, and I was getting good at that. Underlying energy, Two of Cups. This is stepping into, well, it could be new relationships. Absolutely. We meet somebody today that walks part of our path with us going forward. Even if we don't realize it yet, we meet them on a day like today. Their role might not come into play for days or weeks or months, but we meet them on these days. Somebody very different than us, but they're aligned with us in many ways as well. Or this could be that we finally get that clarity and understanding of how exactly we want to move forward in our life in different areas of our life. We say enough is enough. This is the day I'm going to start and fill in the blank. And they could be the smallest of things. They could be the most ginormous dream you've ever had. And this is the kind of energy to put that out there to the universe. Absolutely. But the two is definitely coming together with either a passion, a dream, a desire, which shows up as an opportunity or an adventure, or we come together with another person that's going to help us make our dreams come alive, is what I'm hearing. Come alive. We have the Page of Cups. Yeah, dream it and dream it big. I always think like this is the happily ever after fairy tales we were always told. And this is dreaming it for ourselves in our life. Okay, when our parents told us to clean up the room, maybe we did feel like a Cinderella or something. Knowing that one day we'd sneak off to that dance in town and we would meet our true love. And we lived happily ever after. So what is your fantasy? What is your dream of if you won $1 billion tomorrow? Okay, and before you even touch that $1 billion, you already own a mansion. You already own 7 different cars. You know, you already got to vacation everywhere you've ever wanted to go in the world. You know, this is now what do you do? Now what do you do? What would you do if you have everything that you've ever wanted? And now you have even more resources to make the world a more beautiful place. What would you do? Where would your heart lead you? And I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's what I'm saying. So, but this could just be, you know, allowing the dream to grow in our minds, to grow the expectation of who we can become, what we can step into. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is really a balancing of our financial, but also how we feel grounded. So this could show up in a relationship where somebody is taking advantage of you. Or, you know, it's always take, but it's never give. It's not equal. You're there to support them, and they just couldn't make it that day kind of energy. This could be, you know, how we bring in finances and how we utilize them. You know, when you go to work and you earn that paycheck and you go to buy that thing, you know, work it out to how many hours you had to work in order to purchase that. That is, you know, a real wake-up call of, really? If somebody held that in front of me, would I go to work for 5 hours straight for them just to get that item? And it might change the way you look at it, and you may place more value on the things that you do bring into your life. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So Pentacles and Pentacles, we had the 8 energy there for growing our prosperity. But this is more of energy making us go inward, and that's understandable because every bloody planet is in retrograde, it seems. It's just a couple that are still, you know, going straight and forward. So we are in a time, you know, it's even full moon energy still. We're working towards a new moon, and this is the wonderful path to walk into the new moon. But it's about that inner work and believing in ourselves and knowing, you know, grabbing onto that courage within, that strength within that we see. Okay, because now we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is, once again, we have to let go of the things that it doesn't have true value, or we're afraid if we let it go, it'll be gone. You know, we're so trained to go to the negative instead of the positive. If I let go, maybe a whole flock would come in. We have a foot on each pentacle. We're holding one so tight so nobody can take it from us. Trust me, your true abundance, nobody could take it from you ever. Okay? Your true abundance, nobody could take it from you ever. And once you realize that you are already abundant, in where nobody can take it away from you, you can just add to it. And watch how much easier it is to create the abundance and attract the abundance in your life when you are already aware of it. And here we are not yet aware of it. But if we let go of that pentacle, if we step off those pentacles and we turn around, we will see this giant pentacle, which is our path forward, guarded by angels. This is a path that only you can walk. Okay, it's not like the angels will just let, oh, well, come on, Charlie's taking his time, you come on. This is a path meant for just for you. If you don't walk it, the path just remains unwalked. This is a path that will lead you towards that growth, that happiness, that birth of something, that celebration, that success that you want to see, that you can imagine on the horizons of your tomorrow. Okay, ancient stones. Okay, so shed update. Got almost everything done. Need two ladders, that'll go high enough. Really don't want to purchase two ladders that'll go high enough because they're very expensive right now, thanks to tariffs. So I don't want to buy a ladder. Anyways, so I asked, and then hopefully, if I go out in my backyard tomorrow morning, I'll have two ladders sitting there. I've got the wood. I put up all the rafters. It's all ready to go. We just have to sheet it now, and then figure out how to cover it before we get too much snow or rain. So it's going to be clear for about another week, they say, and I'm counting on the weatherman to be right. And I'll know. I thought the metal, but I would need 12 feet. And my thought was, to hang out the end. And so no, I can't use my truck because it's 12 feet, and my bed is only 8 feet. So that and it would be very flimsy. So if anybody's got any ideas without having to get a 12-foot trailer, let me know. Okay, we have dancing with stones. Movement, teamwork, and partnership. So that two energy that we first experienced, dancing with stones. Here we are, dancing with stones, about movement, about teamwork, about partnership. And one of the best known stone circles in Scotland is the Cavendish stones on the Isle of Lewis, erected 5,000 years ago. While the purpose of this cross shaped site has been lost to time, it's believed that it was used for rituals. Every 18.6 years, the moon dips particularly low over the hills to the south, and its light is channeled to the stones in an otherworldly display, almost as if heaven is dancing with the earth. The message of this card is to appreciate the steady pillars of union, partnership, and teamwork. It invites us not to stay fixed in our views or planning and to dance with life itself. Anyone who's danced in a group knows there's such power in the collective movement. However, in order to access it, the group needs to work together. So, how are you being called to listen more to other people? What ways are you being called to flow with what is? How can you collaborate more effectively with others and work together as a team? This could be with your colleagues, your friends, or your family at home. We often soften our individual will and our ideas about how things should be, and instead we see ourselves as part of a beloved group. What we create can be multiplied, and when we work together for a common purpose, it's that much sweeter when we achieve it. Celebration is more fun, and each moment of the journey is too. So our soul inquiry for today is, how are you being called to work better with others or appreciate those around you a little bit more? That card has a lot of questions for us to sit and meditate or journal on. Okay. Just jump over to the animals fast. So I think I'm going to be successful. I'm going to throw the doors on tomorrow, put the window in, and then start moving some stuff into the shed. Because now most of the work is on the outside that I have to finish up. Oh, thank goodness. You know, not the easiest thing for, 60 plus to go up there and build themselves a shed. So, uh, you know, pretty proud of myself that I got this far in the endeavor. Anyways, and yeah, there's a lot of excitement and happiness and joy and celebration happening in my life and my children's lives and my friends' lives uh and that's what I'm going to concentrate on because yeah, I know there's a lot of negative out there, but it's not in this room with me at this moment in time. And when I'm with my children, it's not with us in that moment in time. And there are times when we have to look at what we can do to make it a better world. And there's times to look at how we can make our world a little bit better for us. Okay? Does that make sense? Strut your stuff. The peacock. Strut your stuff. I was just saying that, and then, the peacock comes out. So do a little bit of research about. Well, I think it was the ostriches actually. Okay. Um you just have to pray. Okay. Beauty, confidence, foresight, clairvoyance. Never bend your head, always hold it high and look the world straight in the eye. Peacock is completely aware of its beauty and wants you to work on believing that you too are beautiful inside and out. Peacock believes that you have lost confidence with who you are, maybe your inner appearance, your outer appearance. And sometimes to regain that confidence, you have to fake it to make it. And that's when you push yourself into a vibration, which is your true self. Peacock may have come into your life to show you that you're coming into a new spiritual growth path. It may be time to begin working on becoming a certified in Reiki, quantum touch, take a tarot or meditation course. And if you're feeling less than beautiful, embrace Peacock and allow him to help you strut your stuff. Going into a new spiritual path, growth path, and you might want to start working on those things, but really just get in touch with your center. Okay? Really tap into the essence of who you are. That you are a beautiful spiritual being. And you were beautiful. The moment of your conception, some of these things say, but it's really, before that. You've always been beautiful. You've always been that spark of beauty. I don't care if you're male, female, a they, them, whatever. You're beautiful. And nothing can take that away. Nobody can take away your beauty unless you allow them to. And we were taught from birth to allow them to take our beauty away. So this is a time of taking ownership of it again, of realizing just how wonderful and special and capable you are of stepping forward into what you truly want to do, your truth, your authenticity, and your dreams. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.